I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Mega rich racists are a dime a dozen.
That's incredibly sad, these comments that he's made. I mean, first of all, there's not a racist bone in my body.
From Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler, who despises black empowerment as owner of the WNBA's Atlanta Dream.
I'm not a racist. I made a terrible, terrible mistake.
And former LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling, who was banned from the NBA.
If the league didn't stop the protests, it would be like, quote, inmates running the prison.
The late Bob McNair's comments on black NFL players kneeling.
What I did realize was that I've always been a red fan.
And Dan Snyder's stamp of approval to use a slur as his team mascot. Racist sports owners are everywhere. Recall the horrific scenes in Kenosha, Wisconsin, when police officers shot Jacob Blake multiple times in the back. Athletes across various sports withheld their services in a players' strike led by the NBA's Milwaukee Bucks.
Hello, my name's Deloy Hansen.
That's where this man, the owner of MLS club Real Salt Lake, the NWSL's Utah Royals, and second division club Real Monarchs, comes in. When Real Salt Lake and LAFC chose not to play back in August, he said, "It's a moment of sadness. It's like somebody stabbed you, then you were trying to figure out a way to pull the knife out and move forward. The disrespect was profound to me personally." He continued, "We're all sitting here at an organization trying to build support and love around a team that supports the city. All I can say is they supported other issues nationally," said Hansen. "They clearly did not support our city or organization. That's fairly clear. Out of touch is an understatement. Beyond troubling." One former staffer likened him to this guy.
I like to help minorities.
Yeah, former LA Clippers owner Donald Sterling. Andy Williams, seen here, is a former player for RSL and worked as head scout with Hansen's club. Williams recalled this story to The Athletic. After Kellen Acosta, a black player formerly of FC Dallas and currently with the San Jose Earthquakes, scored against RSL, the following day Hansen and Kellen met. Kellen said hello, and the first comment that Deloy made was something like, "Hey Craig, when are we gonna lynch this guy?" Kellen was right there. He said this right in front of him, Williams said. "I just turned around and walked away and left the conversation. I just walked away. I couldn't even deal with it." The incident's other eyewitness was Acosta's agent at the time. Then there was another incident. Kevin Harder, current equipment manager of the second division Birmingham Legion, used to work for RSL. Harder is of Middle Eastern descent. Via Williams, Hansen runs up to Harder and is like, "Hey, I have a beef with you. You can't be doing this, you can't be doing that." And all of a sudden, N-word drops, said Williams. His wife was like, "Deloy, you can't say that." And everybody looked at me and I'm just like, what? What did I just hear? And then he said it again. Then there was the episode involving Albert Rusnick, who is still with the club, and his agent, Adi Ward, a British-based Colossal Sports. Ward represents high-profile stars like Raheem Sterling and Kingsley Coman. During contract negotiations, he was like, "Is that how you speak African?" Hansen asked Rusnick and Ward, according to a source with direct knowledge of the conversation, and Williams was not in the room for comment. Another episode, Aaron Mound, a former player with RSL, entered a public elevator at the stadium along with his family who were in town to visit. To conceal his identity, he put his hood up. "So I'm kind of standing in the back and Deloy came onto the elevator, so I took my hood off and said hello, and he looked back at me and said, 'Oh my God, I thought you were a thug.' And my whole family just whipped their heads around and looked at him, and I just kind of gave them the eyes like he doesn't even know. It's not even worth having that kind of conversation, because those kinds of things I had seen, those kinds of macro aggressions I had seen 1,000 times from him." After all this, many called for the franchise to be revoked from the hands of a noted racist like Deloy Hansen. However, Hansen beat him to the punch, announcing he would sell Utah Soccer Holdings, which includes the Monarchs, the Royals, and Real Salt Lake. Donovan Mitchell, the Utah Jazz, has supported his fellow Utah athletes on Twitter. The Salt Lake Tribune reported as many as 6 individuals or groups have expressed interest, but none have pulled the trigger. He has until January the 8th to sell, or else MLS takes over the sales process. My lone question, what is the process for potential buyers of clubs? Is there a vetting period? If they find damning information, do they just turn the other way? How someone this racist was able to fully operate a professional sports franchise should be troubling and force MLS to prevent another Deloy Hansen from infiltrating their sport. If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook, and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.